And it is now time for one of our favourite segments on Triple M Football, and it's called...
That is poor.
Poor.
It's a different sort of a calling Nipsey that's just wandered in next door, Jim.
Who is it? They've got all sorts of problems over there. No one knows what they're on about.
That's a real different setup. It's been a tough week for me, so I'm perhaps not at the top of my game,
Right.
but I've cobbled together
You
a
got to
poor
put yourself in.
We'll be the judge of that.
Cobbled
the
together
interview
a
in the
poor.
backside.
Right.
I want you. This is the honourable mentions.
Right.
Go to page 66 of today's footy record if you're at
yes.
the ground, or if you're at the ground in the next couple of. And you'll see a picture of Spud
Oh, no.
rocking the purple rinse. Back his purple rinse days.
Spud.
Look at that, warrior.
Come on,
That's the
Spud.
real
Look at it.
purple
Look at
rinse
the
style.
setup on him,
Actually,
Spud.
I'll get Big Nose to get a photo of it and we'll put it up on the Triple M Twitter.
Soup bowl
Come
around
on,
their head.
Spud.
That's when he went with the purple
You're
and
better
wandered
than
in
that.
and
Paul McCartney.
thought he'd get away with it. And I
Look at
said,
the cut.
that's not the right look, Spud. So there's one for Spud. Mitchy Robinson, he gets a mention.
Yep.
If you're going to come up with an excuse, come up with one better than sparring with your mate.
That's it.
And you got the suitcase punched out of you at 5 o'clock in the morning. You just got to come up with something better than that, Spud.
You certainly do.
Foss, he gets a mention.
Yep.
Just tuck it away for us. You're 70,
Yep.
you're near on 70.
Well,
Wasn't
Gary,
good.
Put your underwear on, and that won't happen.
he's only
Take
got
them off.
3,500 pairs.
That's right.
Those red ones.
Smart as
Just
Sam's.
dust off one of them and maybe wear the bastards.
Put 2 pair on, and that won't happen. The first pour, and I think this might be the first multiple pour, and goes to Nick Quinn.
Quinny.
He's just been poor. It's
Even
as simple
before
as
his
that.
tips run today.
Well, that's right, and he's on
it?
redemption right now. Now, I want you to listen to this, Spud. On Friday night, what's been happening over the past 8 weeks, because we like to bring on our own talent here at Triple M. We like to give opportunity for that. Like Warrior, he's got his own show now.
Yes.
1.5 men.
1.5 men.
Him and Duck.
Like the
so
Sting.
he's got some hostings, and look, he needs work on his hostings, but he's got his own show.
He hangs onto his
Yeah,
plums
real-
a bit too.
No, we got better the
And
second week.
here we are.
No, that was just the first off.
Yeah, you are. So I've been trying to bring Sure
Yep.
along, right? So
Yep.
the old Sure Wolf show, which has taken off,
Gone to his head.
and now he comes out of the break, the first break during half time. He picks it up and does the credits and does all that sort of stuff. Last night, as you well know, I wasn't up to speed, so Jim came to ride alongside me just to make sure we're okay, and this is what unfolded.
Yes, and for McDonald's, Triple M rocks football. This is...
Sure.
Sorry, JB. Am I supposed to bring it in?
Sure.
What are you...
This is your territory, man. Stand your ground.
I'm feeling a bit uncomfortable,
Sure.
Gary.
Start again.
Right,
Ready?
start again.
3, 2, 1.
For McDonald's, Triple M...
No.
Oh,
Start
3.
again. There was a stumble there.
it was. Can't get it out.
3.
For McDonald's, Triple M rocks football. This is a half-time break for IGA Liquor, and if you've... I just snorted then.
You put a snort in it. Since when did you snort?
So professional.
What the hell?
He swallowed his tongue.
Chua
didn't he?
has
Come on,
gone
Chua.
for a snort on his 4th crack at trying to bring us back from a break.
He's not doing that again,
So,
surely.
poor, you're making a real hash of your big opportunity there, Chew Man. So that was it. Now this one hurt me, I must say. The commissioner, Mike Shearn, does a great show. Open mic.
Does a great
It's on
show.
Fox. Interviews all the big subjects, and I noticed one he had recently. A former St Kilda great.
Yes.
When I
One of
heard
our
that
favourites.
first of all, I thought,
Our
hello,
favourite.
Spud Regis,
That's
but
it.
no,
Has to
he
be.
must be saving him. One of our favourites on Triple M, Loey.
Me and Loey.
Big Loey was on, and I thought, good, I'll sit down here because I'll talk about Loey for a while, and then he'll get into his teammates.
That's it.
Plugger
Of course he will.
Hey, when he gets to Spud, I want to see how much love he gives him, and
How
how I
glowy.
thought 2 or 3 minutes on Spud probably would have been suitable. Have a listen to the names that Loey worked his way through.
I reckon it's my big mate who wears number 12 down at St Kilda.
That's him.
Lazar was your old-fashioned, typical enforcers. Berkey and I were the captains. Harves was the vice-captain.
There was a bloke playing out of the goal square at St Kilda at the time that wasn't a bad kick for goal.
No doubt the move to Sydney helped him tremendously. He was hating footy in the end down here. A really good mate of mine, Trevor Barker, was back at the footy club.
Jamie Shanahan had been a really good player that year for you.
still is one of my best mates.
Let me run through
Jamie
these.
Shanahan.
Number 12, I assume that was Revolt he was talking about.
Yep, was.
Then he went to
Lazar.
Vidovic, then Berkey, then Halves, then Plugger, then the late great Parks.
Yep.
And he finished off with one of my best mates. I thought, here it comes.
Yeah, it is.
Jamie Shanahan.
Jamie Shanahan.
Poor. No Spud Regis at all.
I must admit, I
said
went for a
he's
cup of
your
tea the
best
first ad break, and I thought, oh, well, I'll just get a little chocky biscuit
Yes.
and maybe come into the second
Yes.
sort of stanza. Then I went and had a coffee,
Spud.
then come back and
That
absolute
was
donuts.
poor. And Loey joined us on the line. Loey, where was the mention for Spud?
How are you, boys? I'm cringing listening to that audio.
Oh, come on.
What's going on, Loey?
Well, mate, you know I'm coaching the Bloods down here at Old Harbury, and it's been a very tough year. And I put the arm out for you to come down and give me a bit of a hand. And there's been no return phone calls, no help at all. So I said, bugger you. I'm not even going to talk about it.
Also, Stewie, another reason for it is because didn't you do some work on Spud's house about 5 years ago? Invoiced him and never ever got paid.
Don't go
I
there.
tell you what, Spud had zero impact, and neither did the whole lot. And
And rightly so.
suffice to say, I didn't make a Zach, and I'm motivating my place at the moment. And about 6 months ago, he said, mate, I've got a heap of spare time. I'd love to come down and give you a chop out. He drives past my place, I reckon, 5 times a day, picking up coffee for Anita, and he puts his head down and does not even stop.
Oh,
So,
not
again,
like that, Loey.
Hey, Stewie Lowe is the man we've got on the line. And Stewie, I must admit, I watched it and loved it. I love your story. But when we came to great St Kilda fullbacks and also great mates of yours, I wasn't expecting Jamie Shanahan.
Or Lazar Vidovic.
I thought at that point we might hear about Spud.
I'm speechless. No, it was good fun. It was good fun reminiscing and good fun talking about a lot of good friends. But I must admit, and I did say to Spud the other day, it wasn't until I was driving home afterwards that I thought I've spoken about a lot of people, but I actually haven't spoken about one bloke who does mean a lot and was fantastic for my footy career. But
No, he wasn't.
Too late.
Too late.
Don't square up now, Buckets, I'm telling you. Now, listen, we'll let you go because I know you're in charge of Old Haileybury. You've got a big game against Mazenod today. How are we looking? Are they in the right frame of mind?
They're out there doing their warm-up at the moment. We've given them all the instructions, Gaz, so there's not much more I can do apart from sit and lose what little hair I have on the sidelines. But no, we're playing a couple of young kids, Year 11 boys, that
good.
are really exciting. So it's good. There's been a few changes this week. So the two Corey Connolly and Corey Rich have come in for their first game for the club. So it'll be fantastic to see how they go.
Beautifully done. Thanks for joining us, Stewie.
Rack off, Loey.
Thanks, guys. See you, Spud. See you, mate.
Oh, I tell you, Spud
He's
Regis.
flat, Spud.
I am flat.
And you've got every right to be.
Hey, Jim.
Put him on the map.
Anita did all that. I had nothing to do with the look, there is one invoice with a little bit of dust on it at home. I just keep putting it under the newspaper.